Tell me why I'm here today.
I've been stealing from the Dollar Tree.
Okay. What exactly have you been stealing?
Merchandise and money.
Merchandise and money? Okay. Here's what's happening today. You're being under arrest for stealing to defraud, which is a systematic process of obtaining property from a victim over a period of time and accounting for that. Go ahead and put your hands back behind your back, like your palms together like you're praying. Push your wrist away from your back.
On May 7, 2025, St. Johns County Sheriff's deputies arrested a Dollar Tree assistant manager for stealing over $2,200. The theft ran for nearly 2 months, built from dozens of fraudulent register voids, and every single one was tied to her employee ID. The real issue here is not that she got caught, it is how much she handed to the prosecution the moment deputies walked in.
Office right now. Is the Dollar Tree one of the first orders?
Oh, really?
And I think the best thing for her is to go outside, out of the box, go through the system, and say what she has to say, or that she can get the help outside.
I got you. Okay. She's in the office right now? We'll go talk to her.
Just cut the water back and it turned out real good.
Hello. I'm Deputy Tabali with the Sheriff's Office. What's your name?
Brittany.
Brittany, tell me why I'm here today.
I've been stealing from the Dollar Tree.
Okay. What exactly have you been stealing?
Merchandise and money.
Merchandise and money? Okay. I just have to read this to you because you know I have to, because I'm going to ask you some specific questions. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? With these rights in mind, do you still wish to talk to me?
Yes.
When the deputy asked Zelenka to explain the post-void scheme after her initial admission, the Fifth Amendment right to silence was still fully intact. Miranda versus Arizona requires that before custodial interrogation begins, a suspect must be told they can remain silent and that statements can be used against them. They must also be told they have the right to an attorney, appointed if they cannot afford one. The deputy delivered those warnings, and Zelenka waved them on camera, then walked through the mechanics of the fraud in her own words. Still, the waiver has to meet the standards set in Colorado versus Spring, knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. Nothing in the footage suggests coercion. That said, a defense attorney will look hard at the sequence the first confession came before Miranda was read, not after. Spontaneous statements made before any interrogation are generally admissible, but the line between spontaneous and prompted gets tested in suppression hearings. What happens next in this investigation, and whether that sequence gets challenged, is what this case may ultimately turn on.
Ms. Brittany, you advise between stealing money and merchandise. Has this been an overtime process?
It said the last 2 months.
So for the past 2 weeks, you've been
2 months.
2 months. I'm so sorry. I'm hard of hearing with this radio in my ear. So for the past 2 months, you've been taking money and merchandise. How would you go about taking the money?
Post voids. Post voids.
Post voids? Okay, can you explain post voids to me? I'm not entirely sure what that is.
Where someone would check out and get all their stuff, and then they would pay for it, and I would just go back and void it.
So you would void the transaction and take the cash amount that they gave to the register and take that money for yourself. And merchandise, what merchandise were you taking?
I've taken food
Okay.
and a band,
Okay.
but mostly food.
Okay. How much do you think you've taken in the past 2 months value-wise? $1,500 worth of merchandise? Just in merchandise alone.
Maybe. I don't know. $700 and
$700 in merchandise. That's just a rough estimate. You don't give me an approximate. And you think you've taken $1,500 in cash, or you've known you've taken $1,500 in cash?
I think I've taken like, I don't know how much in cash.
If you had to rough guess, what do you think?
Like 600 in cash.
So $600 in cash, about $700 in merchandise. So about $1,300 stolen worth of stuff. Okay. What's the reason behind it?
I was staying at this hotel and they were getting pushy with needing stuff. And I felt like I had to.
What do you mean needing stuff?
Like, they need cleaning stuff. The people next to us always needed food. And I didn't know what to do. They were just very aggressive people.
Was it the hotel staff, or the people that were living with you in the hotel?
It was the hotel staff and the people in the room next to us.
When you say us, there was someone else that was living with you at the time? Who was living with you at the time?
My husband, Michael.
Your husband? Are you still married to Michael?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, the stuff it's stealing stems upon the demandment of the hotel staff wanting things.
Yes. And we left the hotel and I'm willing to pay everything back.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go to jail. Because I'm not that kind of person.
You got your driver's license on you by chance? Is there anything else you'd like to add other than what you've taken besides merchandise and cash?
I'm really sorry.
Do you have all the post-void transactions and everything, or?
Well, I got a statement,
Yeah.
and this is a small amount of transactions. It's only a small amount, though. It's not all. So I lose, like, I can say maybe $1,100.
Miss Brittany, hang tight. Mr. Williams, can you come up for a second? That's for y'all. I have everything I need on body cam.
Oh, okay.
So, let me just talk to you a second. Just along. Just want to confirm. I need to confirm it again. You just have to ask. You want to press charges against her? Can you please raise your hand so I can swear you in? Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the statement you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but true self you got?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. Mr. Williams, can you explain why I'm here today?
I'm here because the associate Brittany, assistant manager, did some post-voice and returns, plus take merchandise from the store. That it came out to an amount of $1,500 that we can see and she admitted to. I know that it's more, but we cannot do nothing about that.
Okay. And now explain post-voids to me.
Post-voice is a system that we have through a registry that if the customer do not want it, or the customer says, I need to go to the car and get the money, or it stays there, they can cancel the transaction, and the merchandise will stay in the building.
Okay.
And the viewing that we have done, we can see that the post-voids are being done with the customer leaving with the merchandise.
Okay, so a customer's paying,
Paying in
even
cash.
though it's paying, it gets voided, and then somehow the cash disappears.
That's correct.
Okay, so, and Brittany, it was an assistant manager here, and she was committing these post-voids. Besides her admittance, is there any identification number, employee number that links her to these post-voids?
Only her ID number.
Her ID number, which is associated with Dollar Store,
Yes.
that is given to her when she gets hired.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. When did you first start noticing that this
I
was
got a
happening?
phone call from loss prevention to investigate it
When
on
was
Sunday. On Sunday.
On Sunday, okay.
And on Sunday, I told her that she's an AP, regional AP asset protection, that I was going to come over here today to investigate it.
Okay.
And I went through the system and I saw everything.
Okay. And when you pulled her in, she just openly admitted
Yes.
to everything?
Yeah. Open up to AP. She was the one that did the interview through the phone.
Gotcha. Okay. And she gave you all the sworn affidavit?
Yeah.
Here? She's being arrested. Okay. She's going to jail. Would you like her trespassing the dollar store after this? So I'll get that done. Give you a case card. Has my email on top. Just when you get the video footage, email it to me. Then you can go right now. Send it to me. Perfect. All right. Cool. And it is 2:32. This conducts the statement. Mr. Williams, do you have anything else for me?
No, sir. Sounds great.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's hot outside.
It is hot outside. I appreciate it. Thank you. Miss Brady, can you go ahead and grab your belongings? Let's go to my car, please.
Just a minute.
Okay, I'll come back. Okay. I'm gonna go to the passenger side of my car. You go ahead and set your purse on, please. I'll let you answer this later. Go ahead and sit down for me. Miss Brandy, do you have anything on your persons as illegal contraband or anything that if you go into the jail, you will be arrested on an additional charge? Okay. Here's what's happening today. You are being under arrest for scheme to defraud, which is a systematic process of obtaining property from the victim over a period of time and accountable for that. Okay? I wasn't going to arrest you in the store. You didn't think you need to come out here and sit in the car before I do anything now. Except for one screw. So, you have nothing on your persons or anything like that? Okay, can you do me a favor? Just pick your, you don't have to lift your shirt up, pick your bra, shake it out, then pick up your shirt, shake that. Nothing, no problem. Alright, just go ahead and stand up for me real quick right here. Face away from the bar, put your hands in the air. Do you have anything in your purse I need to worry about? Go ahead and put your hands back behind your back, like your palms together like you're praying. Push your wrist away from your back. Where's your cell phone at? And that's your husband that's calling?
Yes.
Alright, I'll talk to him. What's his name?
Michael.
Michael, okay. Hey, is this Michael? Go ahead, swing your feet up, please. Hey, this is Deputy Tapala, see what's going to share us all setting up later. Hey, so here's what's going on with your wife. She is going to jail because she is being arrested for 2 felonies, which is one scheme to defraud and grand theft, due to the fact that over a systematic period of time, over the course of a month, she has accumulated over $1,000 worth of money and merchandise. So, and the Dollar Tree wishes to pursue charges. So she is going to jail today. I'll get you there in a second. I just wanted to explain everything to you. She'll see a judge at 9 a.m. in the morning, and she'll have a fresh appearance, and they'll set a bond from there, okay? All right, here, I'll let you talk to her for a second.
Hello. Yes. Okay.
Okay. You get in and out of this. You can be in there for 24 hours. You leave your phone here and I take it up.
Can I do that?
What is it?
Leave my phone here if you can pick it up.
I mean, you can bring it with you and get phone numbers out of it so you can call people.
No, it's the access.
No, my bed gets on it.
That's totally up to you. I mean, he can come to the jail and get your property. You just gotta let the booking deputy know, or you can leave it here. It's up to Dollar Store if they want to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll leave it.
You can come to the jail and grab her phone if you have to. Okay.
I'll be okay.
You have anything in your purse I need to worry about? Any contraband, drugs, narcotics, anything like that?
On the arrest itself, Florida Statute 812.014 defines grand theft as taking property valued at $750 or more. Zelenka's own estimate, $600 in cash, and $700 in merchandise already clears that threshold before the store's higher figure even comes in. While a defendant's self-reported number is favorable to prosecutors, courts rely on the totality of evidence, not just the suspect's estimate. The second charge, organized scheme to defraud under Florida Statute 817.034, is the more analytically serious one. That statute targets systematic, continuing schemes to obtain property by fraud, and the post-void pattern repeated across 2 months fits the definition precisely. Under Illinois versus Gates, probable cause is assessed on the totality of circumstances. Here that foundation is unusually strong. Digital transaction logs, a regional asset protection investigation, a sworn store manager statement, and a recorded Miranda waive confession. The pre-transport search is also clean. Under United States versus Robinson, a full search of an arrestee's person following a lawful custodial arrest requires no warrant. The deputy's shirt and bra check was minimally intrusive, proportionate to the circumstances, and within established constitutional bounds. Zelenka offered a context for the theft. She and her husband were staying at a hotel, and she says she was pressured by hotel staff and neighbors for food and supplies. A duress defense under Florida law requires that the threat be immediate, that no lawful alternative existed, and that the harm avoided outweigh the harm caused. A 2-month systematic scheme does not clear that bar. It may carry weight at sentencing as mitigation, but not as a defense to the charges. Deputy Molly handled this encounter at a high level. She opened with an open-ended question. No pressure, no leading, just tell me why I'm here. That technique lets the subject narrate on their own terms, and what it produces is evidence that is far harder to challenge as coerced. She then answered Zelenka's husband's incoming call unprompted, explained the charges, gave him the court time, and let them speak briefly. Nothing in Florida law required that. It reflects judgment and basic human decency, and it matters for how communities experience law enforcement. The one gap worth noting, Miranda was delivered at pace, compressing the individual rights and the waiver question into a short exchange. In a felony case with a detailed post-Miranda confession, a more deliberate delivery builds a cleaner suppression record for the prosecution. Zelenka was cooperative, calm, and physically compliant from start to finish. She did not resist, did not lie, and expressed genuine remorse. From a legal strategy standpoint, however, she gave the prosecution everything it needed: the method, the amounts, the duration, all in her own words on camera. Her Fifth Amendment right to request an attorney and say nothing further was intact the entire time, and she did not invoke it. Lesson 1: if you are under investigation, even informally, the moment law enforcement is present is the moment to stop talking and call a lawyer. Remorse is real, and courts sometimes respond to it, but a detailed recorded confession is evidence that follows you through every stage of prosecution. Lesson 2: post-void fraud is not invisible. Every transaction tied to an employee ID creates a permanent digital record that asset protection divisions know how to read. The investigation in this case was triggered by a national-level flag, not by anyone in the store. The exposure was systemic from day one. Lesson 3: the way an arrest is handled matters beyond the legal requirements. Choosing to announce charges outside, away from the retail floor, was not required by law. It reflected professional judgment about dignity, de-escalation, and the kind of conduct that holds up well in court and in the public record. The case outcome at the time of this analysis is unknown. Both charges carry a maximum of 5 years under Florida Statute 775.082. Based on the evidence in this footage, the prosecution enters with a strong and well-documented record on both counts. Let us know what interaction or legal topic you want covered next in the comments. Thank you for watching.